Hello. Any squeaking you might hear is my dog playing with a toy she won't let me take away from her. I'm just going to give it another minute or so as I'm just a little early, just trying to play around with some settings. I have my webcam actually set up, so I'm streaming through that this time opposed to on my phone. And I'm going to try to see any comments that are coming in on here. So we'll see how this all works. Oh, cool. Legit schedule. Cool. So, hello, welcome. I am Janelle, and I started the video a minute early and it's just going back, so there's about a 30-second gap happening here. So I'm just going to dial in and get started. And yeah, perfect. Okay. Trying not to let my phone be a distraction, but they're a helpful tool to have as well. And so I'm going to start in a seated position again today. That's what I did yesterday, and it worked really well. I usually always start lying down. You can settle in and get into the body, but I really like that feedback of feeling into the sits bones. And that's speaking is my dog with her little toy. She might join us for a couple of yoga poses because this is just life at home and adapting. And so, yeah, as you start to settle in, if you don't want to sit cross-legged, you absolutely do not have to. If you want to grab a blanket or a pillow to sit on, those are always great options as well. And so I always like to start our yoga class. I was thinking about what is the purpose of that pre-shavasana time that we take. And it's really just to center into the body, not in a selfish way where everything becomes about you, but in that way where you start to become aware of the body and what's going on, and kind of removing that interoception of being just internal. How are you feeling? What feels good? That rolling shoulders back and down, noticing those tight spaces, and also noticing what feels open and good as well. And then as we start to become more aware of that, that's when we can also become aware of that proprioception, that where are we in space and time. So if you close your eyes, how far above your hand is my head? Like, what is this distance, right? Just being aware of that. And that really helps our yoga practice so that we're not relying on, say, the teacher coming around and physically adjusting us. Because I have a number of thoughts about that, as helpful as that can be in certain situations. No teachers have x-ray vision. They can't see exactly maybe how you're sore, or how maybe you overstretch something and so many warrior if your hand is down. That's fine. You don't need to bring it up because that might be what's good for your body. And so becoming aware of that. And so let's start to continue that. I'm going to just also do that and center in. I like to close my eyes and press into those sits bones. And so we have two things happening here. We have the sits bones pressing down, roll the shoulders back and down, but a lifting of the heart and a lifting through the crown of the head. So the spine is getting longer. Don't be flaring up those ribs. Tuck them under it in. A slight engagement of the core, belly button towards the spine. And then start to connect in with the breath. And the hands can be relaxed in whatever position you'd like them to be in. And take a nice deep inhale, send it into the abdomen, and exhale, let it go. And let's take a total of 5 of those. So breathing in at your own pace, but see if you can start to lengthen each of the breath. Maybe slowing it down, and maybe breathing a little deeper at the same time. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhale again, notice how the shoulders rise. You get a little bit taller, and exhale, you let it go. Excellent. Let's take a couple more of those to get to your 5. Becoming aware of the body. Something feels tight. You can use that breath to relax, let it go. Even like that audible sigh outward, that ha, will really help to soften all the way through the body. Excellent. If you'd like to set an intention for your class and take a little moment, what are you hoping to get out of this practice, this time together, this this movement series. Maybe just moving with intention. What is the purpose of that? I often like to suggest moving with joy, doing things that make you happy or filled with joy. Or you can move for a challenge or a stretch. So how can you deepen the stretch, or maybe you're looking for strength? All kinds of options there. All right, so setting that intention, repeating it to yourself. And then let's start to awaken the body. Maybe just rolling the shoulders back and getting a couple of circles in. Rolling through, warming up. Switching directions, having them come forward, not punching through that. See if you can keep finding that length through the spine. Excellent. And then let's inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale down. Press into the hands here. Engage through the arms. Press really firm. Feel it squeeze through the shoulder blades. Squeeze that abdomen, belly button towards the spine. Keep that core engagement. Now let's release the hands. Inhale, sweep up. And take a little look up. You might feel a little bit vulnerable. Maybe you want to stretch through the throat like I was working on in yesterday's. So it's not just tipping the head back, but activating, lifting the chin up a little higher to feel that stretch. Exhale, bring hands, heart center, bow the head. Feel maybe that stretch through the back of the head. Inhale, reach up. Let's do 2 more of those. Stretching through the throat, maybe a nice little back bend. And hands to heart. Excellent. Tuck for the chin. Maybe you want to bow all the way down, or you can release the hands up to the side, more in front. All right, 1 more of those. Inhale, nice back bend. Reach up. And hands down, heart. Or out in front for the full fold. Excellent. Inhale. Reach up and hold this time. So imagine you're squeezing a block between your hands. Keep those arms nice and engaged. If those shoulders are sore, you can always just lower the hands a little bit, adjusting as you need to. So reach up, notice the ribs, are they puffing out? Can you engage them in? And then pressing into both sets of legs, so super active through the entire body. And then bend over towards one side. And so if the arms started to collapse, can you start to reach, stay nice and active, rolling that top shoulder up and open, finding that length, and pressing into that opposite knee. So pressing into this knee, keeping it down. Excellent. Let's inhale up, hands start center. Pressing in, nice and strong. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Imagine squeezing onto that block, nice and active. Pressing in again, and starting to tip over. Finding that length, lengthening through the ribs, pressing into that sits bone, that opposite knee, reaching a little bit more. Excellent. Inhale, come back up, and start center. Excellent. Switch the feet. So if you're sitting cross-legged, just bring the non-dominant foot on top or in front, however you might have been sitting. Feel into those sits bones again. Excellent. Inhale. Sweep the arms up nice and big. Exhale. Nice little bow. Inhale. Reach up and hold. And exhale. Let's take a twist. Bring that hand towards the opposite knee. Maybe bring that hand back behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Get a little bit taller here. Feel that squeeze through the middle of the body. And then exhale. Maybe just looking over that shoulder to deepen, or trying to actively twist a little bit deeper. You can feel that nice squeeze through the spine, through all the muscles and the organs of the body. Keep holding for 1 more full breath. And can you soften? Are you clenching your teeth? Are you remembering to breathe? Excellent. Exhale, return to neutral. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Excellent. Twist towards the opposite side. Bring the hand to the other knee. And go back behind you like a second spine. Pressing in back behind, or even tucking around, going for the bind or reaching for the other thigh. Excellent. Inhale, pressing, get a little bit taller. Exhale, let's twist a little bit deeper. Maybe even just looking over that shoulder. Excellent. Connecting with the breath. And soften here. So maybe you just relax through the shoulders. Keep trying to send them down and still lifting through that crown of the head. Excellent. Let's release. And come on back. Roll the shoulders back and down, sitting nice and tall. Excellent. Let's reach one hand out and drop the ear to the opposite shoulder. So just getting a nice gentle neck stretch. If that's too much, you can always bring the hand back in, or you can walk the fingertips a little bit farther, or bring the weight of your other hand just on top of the head so you're not actively cranking down on the neck. Just trying to get a nice stretch. And maybe changing the gaze, looking down towards that knee, or perhaps looking up. What does your neck need today? Odds are you've been staring at your phone or the TV a little bit more. So I thought it would be important to include the neck in some of these stretches here. Excellent. And start to release the hand on top of the head, walk those fingertips in, and then bring chin down to the chest. Roll it over to the other side, and walk the opposite fingers out. Excellent. Maybe bring that hand on top of the head. And just finding that nice gentle stretch. Connecting still with the breath. Inhale, so lengthen, get taller. Exhales, relax, release. Excellent. Changing the gaze. Maybe looking a little bit more down. Maybe rotating, looking a little bit more up. Great. Release the head. Walk those fingertips back in. Drop the chin down and bring it back up. You can take just a couple rolls from side to side for further release. Excellent. So we should be feeling pretty good now. Let's keep going with our warm-ups and rolling onto our back. And so just reclining down in whatever way feels good. You can start with your knees bent if you want. Maybe this is the first time you've laid down on your floor today. I get a lot of feedback from a nice hard surface of laying down on. I'll kind of reset my spine with my knees bent. My low back is flatter against the floor or the mat. Roll the shoulders back and down. And maybe lengthen through the fingertips. Feel how pushing the fingertips down helps lift the heart, lift the collarbone. Excellent. Come to relax in neutral position. And let's send the legs nice and long. Maybe when you send your legs long, now that low back area, there's a little bit of a bubble or a little bit of a cave happening there. We're just going to embrace that a little bit. So let's take our nice good morning stretch. Reach the arms up. And really reach through the fingertips and point through the toes. Feel the length starting to happen all throughout the body. And keep that ever so slight tuck of chin so you're not overarching through the neck. Excellent. And then from here, let's take an inhale breath and start to create some tension. So maybe squeezing into the feet, rounding the toes. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades, glutes, my legs, my knees. Everything is squeezing super hard. Keep creating that tension. And with a nice big exhale, let's let it go. Just dropping the arms down overhead. Excellent. Let's take one more of those. Inhale, reach up overhead, point through the toes, and then create the tension however you might need to. Squeezing, making fists curling. Excellent. Keep squeezing. Hold that tension. And with that exhale, 3, 2, 1. Let it all go. Let's counter that by having our knees in towards the chest. And getting that nice little back massage through that low back. Feel how now that spine is pressing in nice and deep. Excellent. Feeling each vertebrae. Nice little roll. Maybe start to savor that feeling and sensation. Can you even feel it across the shoulder blades? Sometimes we focus so much on that low back and hip area. We forget that we're rolling on our shoulders as well. And excellent. Let's come to some stillness. And then hugging on. I'm going to start with my left leg. You can do whatever one, but I'll cue to either side of the body. So the opposite leg, maybe if you wanted to send it long, pressing the foot in towards the floor, or extending out through the heel. Excellent. You can give, for me, that left leg, that whatever knee is bent, give it a nice hug and squeeze in towards the body. And see if you can relax through the shoulders. Lots of times we hang out here, and we never really explore and play around, so I love trying to bring the knee a little bit more over my ribs, hugging it in that way, and bringing it out towards the side. Finding that sweet spot. And I'm going to rotate through my ankle, just doing a couple of circles with my foot. Starting to release through there. And then the other way. Excellent. And then bring that knee back to a more neutral position and send it nice and long. And take a full second here, just to let that hip release, and then start to draw the other knee in towards the chest. If this side is different, feel free to prop it up and adjust differently however you might need. whatever works best for you. And still trying to keep those shoulders relaxed, just holding on with enough tension through the arms to keep that knee, that leg in place. Excellent. Can you relax and soften? And let's take our couple of circles this way. Excellent. And then the other side. Beautiful. And then playing around, bring the knee maybe a little bit more over the ribs, or maybe out a little bit more. Find that sweet spot. Let's hold for a full breath here. Excellent. Start to return that knee to a more neutral position, and then we're going to just send it nice and long. And take a full second here. Just feel into the hips. Can you soften into those hip flexors a little bit more? Excellent. Maybe even pressing the hands in towards the mat. Bring both knees up over the hips. Feet can be relaxed for the most gentle version of this, or you can work on that 90 degrees or even out further from there. But let's all start somewhere in the middle or with what works best for you. Also, if that low back is really sore, you can always tuck the hands or a little blanket underneath that low back for that little bit of height. Will help the low back press into the floor a little bit more. So whatever works best for you. And we're just going to take some of my beloved toe taps. And so if you're just keeping it easy, you're just touching really close to the sits bones. The farther away from the body you go, the more intensity, the more lower abdominals you'll be working with. I'm just going to untuck my hands because that's not feeling good today, whereas it usually does. And so bringing one knee in and then the other. You can go nice and long or keep them short. And if you want more, that's when you can bring the hands up overhead, interlace them, hold the head up, hold the touch of the shoulders up, and then continue that motion. So now that's engaging lots more of the core, working tons through there as you go one to the next. If you want more still, that's when you can really squeeze the legs in towards the body. Excellent. Beautiful. Well, let's take just a few more, feeling that little bit of warmth as you are even holding the knees and just above the hip or the hips. You're using those hip flexors, you're activating into that. And don't forget to breathe as we're moving here. Stay connected with that breath. Excellent. And then let's release down, plant your feet in towards the mat. Make sure those shoulders are still rolled back and down. And press up into your bridge posture. I'm not going super high or anything like that, just enough to press into the feet, lifting the hips up, starting to feel that stretch, that pull through the legs, starting to activate through the feet. Beautiful. Let's roll down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way down. And then pressing into the feet, engage through the core. So send belly button towards the spine with that quick exhale breath out. Nice and tight. Send the hips up by pressing into the feet. Make sure the knees are tracking over the feet. We don't want legs splaying out here or knees knocking inside. Just keep them nice and aligned. And maybe reach the hands a little bit closer towards the heels. It's okay if they don't come to touch. Just that's lifting through the heart. Excellent. Press into the feet. A little bit more, come up a little bit higher. Beautiful. Now let's become aware of the feet. Maybe giving the toes a little wiggle. Now I love to just press into my heels extra. This is activating through that back line of the body, getting into those glutes. Press so much so that maybe the toes come up off the ground. Excellent. Keep pressing, maybe lifting the hips a little bit higher. Keep holding, feel that engagement. Plant the feet back down and roll down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Excellent. Coming down with that exhale breath. Beautiful. And then getting ready. We still have the toes to do, so let's press up one more time, coming into that bridge posture. Still maybe reaching the hands underneath. If you want more, you can interlace the fingers to get more of that stretch happening. And then start to roll into the toes. If you want more, you can tiptoe those toes closer towards the body. Press up more. So now we're activating into the top line, into the quads of the body. Feeling that stretch along the top. Press up a little bit higher. Keep control over those toes. If you're really wobbly and shaky through the ankle, maybe it's best for you to keep your feet flat today. Excellent. Release the hands and roll them nice and slow. Beautiful. Well, let's take a nice counter to that. And so hugging either the knees in towards the chest, feeling that low back pressing in. Or if you want that happy baby or awkward out, as I like to refer to it, you can reach either just holding behind the knees, reaching for ankles, or for the feet. Excellent. So try not to come up on the top of the head. And can you find that length through the crown of the head, through the spine? Beautiful. You like to take a little rock from side to side here. Or extend one leg and the other. Excellent. Beautiful. I've been loving the little happy baby cobbler pose, sending the knees out. Excellent. Let's release. And make your way back up to a seated position. Rolling all the way up. Let's actually flip over onto all fours now. So planting the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Starting nice and relaxed. Well, let's take 1 or 2 cat-cow breaths. So dropping the belly down, starting to look up, pressing into the shoulders. Find that length, find the stretch, and exhale. Tuck the chin round through the spine. When you feel like you're at your max, press into the hands again. Feel that stretch through the shoulders. Excellent. Inhale. To look up. Exhale to round. Rubbing to nice and neutral. And tuck the toes under. Take a little glance at your toes. Make sure that even the baby toe is getting involved in that nice little tuck. And a nice flat back. Excellent. So pressing firm into the hands, firm into the toes. Can you bring your knees just to a gentle hover? Feel that core nice and engaged. Make sure the belly isn't pushing out to keep the stabilizing, but it's sucking up and in. Excellent. Keep holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down. We need to untuck and take a little sway from side to side. Go ahead. Come back to that stillness. Now let's bring the tops of the feet, shoelace side down. Pressing in nice and strong again. Press into the hands and press into the tops of the feet. And so much so that those knees come to that nice little hover. Excellent. Still engaging. Find the length through the crown of the head. Keep holding for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Release. Take that sway from side to side. Excellent. It's a little bit of toe torture and core work all at the same time. You're welcome. Excellent. Let's take 1 more of those, tucking the toes under. Maybe even sitting back onto the feet, making sure there's lots there. And then hover through the knees again. Excellent. Keep holding. Press firm into the hands. Grip those fingertips into the mat. Excellent. Keep holding. Keep holding. 2 and 1. Lower down. You can bring the knees nice and wide and sit back, take a child's pose. Excellent. Reaching either the hands forward, maybe you want the hands back, whatever feels good. Maybe you just want them at neutral, close to the head. I love to stretch them out nice and long. It's a nice stretch through my arms, through the shoulders. Maybe you're remembering that intention we set at the beginning of class. Excellent. Well, let's start to work ourselves back up. Bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees in. Let's tuck those toes under and push right back into a nice downward dog. You can pedal it out. If this is your first one of the day, taking the movement and exploring how you might like to. Maybe you want to try walking your hands farther away. Getting a nice long dog. Or bring your hands in closer. Playing around with it. Excellent. Let's look towards the front of the mat and hop, step, or jumping tiptoe into a nice forward fold. So if those hamstrings are really tight, bring a bend to the knees. There's nothing saying that your legs have to be straight here. I love to teach the super bend knee forward fold. Helps release more of the lower back. But if you're working on lengthening those hamstrings, I'm trying to keep them straight but not hyperextended. Whatever works best for you. Excellent. Keep holding here. Head is below the heart. Excellent. Beautiful. Let's inhale. Let's go halfway. Let the hands just above the knees. Pressing gently. Find that length. Roll the shoulders up and down. Slight tuck the chin. And then bend the knees. Sink the hips. Maybe reach the hands up or the heart. or to those box arms I like, and coming into your chair pose. Sinking a little deeper, pressing in as if you had a strap around your knees, so that the outside line of the chair pose of the legs is nice and strong. So press strong all the way up to standing. Reach up and start center. Relax the hands down. Inhale, sweep up. You can take a little back bend if you want it, sending the hips forward. And start center. Beautiful. Bring the hands onto the hips. Then step that right foot back, coming into a high lunge. So to make this more gentle, and bring the legs closer together, the distance between the feet. For more intensity, that's when you can really step out and stretch out, roll left hip back, right hip forward, square your hips towards the front of the mat. Excellent. Inhale. Reach those arms up. Sink maybe a little deeper. Excellent. Let's come, bring your arms to cactus. Bring your elbows out. Feel the squeeze of the shoulder blades. Inhale up. Exhale, pull. Inhale up. Exhale down. And up. And down. Excellent. Reach up and hold. Feel that stretch. You should be feeling this on that right quad. Maybe even feel the left hamstring. Find that strength. Maybe sink a little deeper. Beautiful. And then start to release the hands back down onto the hips. And straighten slightly through that front leg. And hop that back foot a touch closer. Coming more into that warrior one stance. Keep rolling left hip back, right hip forward. You can bring a bend through that front knee. So reach the arms up. Reach them back behind. Interlacing the fingers. Lift the heart. Straighten through that front leg. Keep rolling left hip back, right hip forward. And then we're going to start to bow down. So even if you just bow an inch or a millimeter, you're going to feel this loss on that left hamstring. Excellent. Maybe bowing down wherever you can, keeping a nice flat back. I mean, lots of people like to start to come out this way just to get that depth of getting the head down. But really the goal is a hamstring stretch here. At least it is for today. You can make it look however you want. Keep rolling if you want more. You can lift the hands up off the back. Excellent. Keep holding. Feel that stretch, let it sink in. Excellent. Relax the hands down. Bring the bend to that front knee. And coming out of this nice and safe. Reach back up for that warrior one. Bend through the front knee. Beautiful. And then bring that right arm back behind you. And adjust the feet coming into a warrior two. So now those back toes point towards the long edge of the mat. Excellent. Sinking into the level you'd love to come into. Beautiful. Got this nice sun today. It's quite nice to have the sunshine. But it's also toasty. Excellent. So holding this warrior two. Bring the hands behind the head. Coming into those boss arms. Open up. Engage through the core so you're not flaying everything out. Nice and strong. Pressing firm into the feet. Excellent. Bring left elbow towards the knee for a nice little crunch. Come on back up and down. We're going to take 5 of these. Excellent. We're already at 3. And 2. And 1 more. Excellent. Release. Come on back out. Flip the front hand up. Reach up. Remember to sink into that front leg as you lift the arm, lift the elbow. And for most ease, bring the hand onto the hip or track it down the leg. If you want more, you can start to tuck it behind the back, or you're going to reach in for that left thigh. Excellent. Feel that stretch through the left ribs, left side of the body. Beautiful. Now we're back to our warrior two. And feeling the burn through that front leg maybe. Now let's give it a nice little break. So we're going to pulse it up. So straighten through the front leg and reach the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Back to your warrior two and hold. Excellent. Sensing into the body. Feeling the stretch. Feel the length from the crown of the head. Engage the inner thighs. So holding them nice and strong. Excellent. Bring the hands to heart center and start to twist towards the left. So starting to twist towards that front leg, aligning the shoulders with the front of the mat, and adjusting that back foot from the hopping up onto those back toes. If you want, you can simply hang out here. You can keep twisting and connecting that right elbow with the knee. Excellent. Find that length. Beautiful. And start to untwist it. And release the hands. And then if you want, you can step to the top of the mat, or you can work on that fun transition of bringing the leg up again. So I'm just going to readjust so I'm facing you. So holding onto the knee, bring your attention to the left foot, or whatever your standing leg is. So pressing firm into that so you can find a bit of height. Roll those shoulders back and down. Excellent. And then let's just hug that knee in towards the chest. Maybe reaching for the front of the leg. And feel that stretch through the glute, through the low back. Excellent. And keep holding. Excellent. And then bring those hands back underneath the leg. Maybe coming back to that 90 degrees here. And then start to extend the foot. Using the hip flexors. And if you want more, start to release the hand. If you want more, start to release the other hand. Keep trying to lift the foot, pressing into that standing leg. Next, then bring a bend to the knee and plant the foot down. And give it a little step out, a little shake. Beautiful. Inhale, let's reach up. And exhale into a forward fold. Letting this be our recovery position. And taking a couple of full breaths here. Excellent. So if you want, you can just hang out in a forward fold. I did call this a gentle float class, so I'm going to work towards flowing right now. But if you want to just hang out, maybe sway from side to side, maybe reach for opposite elbows and play around in this posture. Or let's inhale halfway up, find that length and extension. Bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back towards a downward dog. Or often just hold the downward dog. Maybe exploring, playing around there. You can always take a child's pose at any point. Or let's take a gentle flow. So bringing the shoulders over the knees, drop the knees down. Sorry, shoulders over the hands. And then lower down to the ground. Inhale up. And take just a gentle back bend. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Excellent. Start to press up, coming through tabletop. Tuck the back toes. And get into that downward dog. Excellent. Look towards the front of the mat. And take a couple steps. Then into that nice forward fold. So now we're all back to that nice forward fold. Excellent. So let's inhale, halfway lift. Bend through the knees. Same thing. Start to reach up for that chair pose. Beautiful. Sink a little deeper. Press firm into the feet. Maybe lifting the toes up off the ground. Or maybe all toe stand, lifting the heels up off. Excellent. Press all the way to standing. Reach up. And hands start center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands start center. Release the hands down. Now step that left foot back. And coming into that nice high lunge. Adjusting your stance. If the knee is really over the foot, that's a good sign that you can take it a little bit deeper. So listening into your body, roll right hip back, left hip forward. Excellent. So lift the arms up. And the sink a little deeper, feel that stretch of the quad. Beautiful. Reach up. And bring the arms to T. Excellent. Oh, I have a window closer than I thought here. And just hop on over. So really extend, open up through the shoulders, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then bring the hands together, forearms together. Open up. And together. I'm going to do this at cactus arms for both ways, just so I don't smack the window. But it's nice to even open up and bring yourself to a hug. Open up and hug with the other arm on top. Excellent. This is working out good. Keep rolling right hip back. Excellent. Couple more. On the other side. Excellent. Release the hands down. Inhale, sweep them up. Release the hands down again. And then start to straighten through that front leg off that back foot so you can land the entirety of the foot on the ground. Probably more into that warrior one stance. Excellent. Square the hips towards the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back, interlacing the opposite way, so that awkward handshake grip. Excellent. Lift through the heart. Start to straighten that front leg. Keep rolling right hip back, left hip forward. Press firm into the feet. And lead with the heart to bow down. Coming into that nice pyramid posture, feeling that stretch through the right hamstring. Excellent. If you want more, you can start to lift the hands up off. And keeping a nice flat back. Excellent. And take a full breath, breathing in and let it go. Beautiful. Let's inhale. And come on back up. Release, reach up. And transition this into a warrior two. So left hand goes towards the back and adjust the feet. I'm just going to flip around so that you can actually see the front, because that sounds like a better deal for both of us. Excellent. Reach out, getting into that warrior two. Excellent. Sinking through that front knee. And maybe even imagining that hip spinning open. Don't compromise the front knee, but I just like to imagine that opening of the hips happening. That's beautiful. Keep holding. And then bring the hands to those box arms, either interlacing behind the head or even just touching to the outside of the ears if you're worried about bringing too much pressure into the neck. Excellent. Bring elbow towards me and back up. Middle. See, really if we were here, this would be extended side angle, but we're moving through it. So a couple little crunches on this side. Beautiful. And one more. Reach it out. Excellent. Flip the front hand up and come back into that reverse warrior. And sink into the front leg. Don't straighten through the leg unless you feel like you need that break. See if you can keep the legs exactly where they were in your warrior two, but reaching right arm up. Excellent. Beautiful. Let's come back. Warrior two. Straighten through the front leg. Lift up. Exhale down. Inhale. Straighten and lift. Exhale down. Beautiful. And just activating through the leg, through the arms and the shoulders. Excellent. One more. Knee back in that warrior two. Bring the hands towards the heart center. And then start to twist towards the right. Squaring those hips maybe with the front of the mat. Popping up on those back toes. Excellent. If you want, you can simply just stay twisted here. Or you can hook that left elbow onto the knee. Maybe pressing firm into the hands. Align the hands with the heart center. Excellent. Hold here. Beautiful. And let's release the twist. Maybe lift the hands back up into that nice high lunge. Excellent. Lower the hands. And maybe try to step up into that balanced posture. Let me just face you. Focusing on that right leg or that standing leg. Excellent. And bring the hands to the knee. Maybe hugging that knee in towards the chest. Maybe reaching for the outer mid of the knee. Relax through the shoulders and find the balance. Excellent. Bring the hands back underneath the knee. Come back to that 90 degrees here. And start to extend the leg. Excellent. One side might be totally different from the other. I'm really struggling with this side today. And if you can extend, you can simply just start with one arm or the next, or keep them. Excellent. Press strong. Excellent. One more breath. And bend the knee, release it down. Give it a nice little shake out. Leaning back in the top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back into a nice forward fold. Beautiful. Maybe you want a little sway, bending one knee and then the other. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant down, step back into your downward dog. And you're going to walk down your dog, you can take that child's pose, or we can take a nice little float together. Lowering down. I'm going to smack my head on the table. We'll go for next step. Excellent. Leaning back in that downward dog. Beautiful. And let's all drop the knees maybe closer together or wide, coming back into that child's pose. Then you keep your knees closer together, release some more of the low back. See how maybe my spine is much more rounded than if I had my knees wide. getting more into the hips. So it's whatever feels best for you and your body. Playing around with it. Remembering that intention you set at the beginning of class. Excellent. So to press into those hands. And come on up. Excellent. And come into a seated position. The legs extended in front and out nice and wide. Beautiful. Excellent. So I'm going to start. I'm going to bring my left foot in. If you want to mirror me, bring your right foot in, coming into this nice half butterfly posture. Make sure you can still feel your sits bones. And so adjusting in, feel both sides. Bring the shoulders over the hips. Find the length of the crown of the head. And then activate into that extended leg. See how right now it's relaxed. Can you extend through the heel? Bring the toes up towards the ceiling and equal distance away from the body. So they're not going one way or the other. That's my dog with her toy. Excellent. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then align the shoulders with that extended leg. Exhale, come into a nice fold. So even if you're just folding a little bit, maybe you want to bring the hands above the knee or onto the thigh. Maybe they can go below the knee, or for the ankle, or even reaching for the foot. If you've got really long arms, then you can reach past the foot. That's a great opportunity to maybe put a book here to really hook the fingers on. Whatever you'd like to deepen it. Excellent. And can you relax and soften? If you find it's painful on the knee here, now bring a gentle bend into the knee. Maybe you can bring the foot a little bit closer to you. Or finding that length and extending. Becoming aware of the body here. Beautiful. So if you're mirroring me, then your left foot is extended. And then bring, I don't know, the same arm as your extended leg. That's how we'll phrase that. To the inside of the leg. It can either be super long and far away from the body, or it can be really nice and close to the body. Bring palm towards palm. And then open up that opposite arm, reaching up and feeling that nice stretch. If you want, you can simply hang out here. You can start to bring the arm overhead, or maybe even reaching for the toes. And if that's in your wheelhouse of practice, it's not in mine. Maybe one day. That's okay. Excellent. We'll reach your hand back up nice and tall. Bring palm towards palm. And then come up nice and slow. Beautiful. Let's come into the other side. So extending the leg long, coming into that nice half butterfly. Feeling those sits bones. Feel like come a little wider today. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, align the shoulders with the extended leg and start to come into your variation of that fold forward. So whether you're just hanging out nice and little or reaching down the leg. Beautiful. You want you can drop the head. Give a nice shaved nose. Excellent. Connect with the breath. And can you soften? And can you relax and release and move? Bring the same hand as that extended leg to the inside of the leg. Bring palm towards palm. And then open up, reach up. Maybe bring that arm overhead if you want a little more. This gets more into that underarm, more into the lymph nodes that are in there. Or maybe even reaching for the toes. Excellent. Let's reach that arm back up. Bring palm towards palm. And then start to work yourself back up. Excellent. Send both legs longer in front. Give them a nice little shaker. Plant the hands behind you. And a windshield wiper. The knees from side to side. Excellent. Beautiful. Come to stillness. And then make your way into a nice reclined position. Laying down on your mat. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Either hug the knees in towards the chest. Or reach through, coming into that nice happy baby. I love to throw these in at the end of class because they really help reset the spine. So So let's add a little bit of tension here by pulling into the feet, kicking into the hands. Feel the spine pressing into the mat. Excellent. And now this is also a little freestyle portion of it. So if there's another movement or pose that your body is craving, maybe you want to recline twist instead of just that seated twist. And if you just want to play around, maybe you want a little waterfall. There's all kinds of options you can take. You can just windshield wiper your knees as well. Just taking some time to really listen into your body and still playing around with it. If you're doing something on one side, be sure to even it out and do it on the other. Excellent. And then start to make your way into your final pose. Then position that final Shavasana. Maybe you just want the traditional pose. Or maybe you want more of that star or pentacle. Or you reach the arms up. Whatever you feel you need. Then start to connect in. And start to feel and sense the breath. Maybe even starting to close the eyes. I'm going to make my way up to seated so that I don't fall asleep with you. And then see if you can send the breath a little bit deeper. Filling the abdomen, filling the lungs completely. And let it go. Can you take 10 full inhales and exhales? Breathing nice and deep, slowing the inhale. Maybe even noticing the pause that happens at the end of the inhale. And then letting it go nice and slow. Excellent. And take a couple more of those as you settle in. If you need to task the mind something, if you're starting to think of things, maybe just start to scan through the body. I love to imagine either the breath or like the heartbeat traveling throughout the body. Either noticing any areas of tension, can I send the breath there and relax and release it? And I'm obviously not sending the actual air through my body, but it's just a nice fun task for the mind to visualize, to sink in, and to notice the difference in maybe how you feel now opposed to at the beginning of class. So keep taking those nice big breaths, breathing in and letting it go. Excellent. Maybe remembering that intention you set at the beginning of class. Perhaps reflecting on your practice. Just being aware of it, starting to notice, oh yes, this followed it, no, this didn't, but that's okay. Don't be harsh on yourself or our own worst critics. I think we get enough of that. And how can you encourage yourself in your practice as you scan through? And then maybe setting an intention for the rest of your day or your evening. How you want to live out the rest of the hours in today, what intent or purpose are you going to have for them? Beautiful. Start to bring some gentle movements back towards the body. Maybe starting with a nice deep breath, just breathing in, filling the lungs, notice the length, and exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Little wiggle of fingers and toes. Maybe rolling wrists and ankles, and go for your elbows. Maybe you want a nice good morning stretch, reaching the arms up overhead. And if you like to make your way onto your favorite side before coming up to seated, then choosing the side and rolling over slowly, maybe pressing up with that top arm or taking a moment to just breathe in that nice fetal position. Maybe that slight tuck in of the knees. And then over the next full round of breath, making your way up if you haven't done so already. And so whatever your favorite seated position is. I'm going to switch my legs so I can see for a little bit. Resting the hands on the knees. Roll the shoulders back and down. In my actual classes, I love to finish class by taking 3 collective breaths that exhale to a big sigh, letting go of anything left. So join in with me as we breathe in nice and deep. And exhale, let it go. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth, side out. One more time, breathe in nice and deep. Fill the lungs. And let it go. And relax through the shoulders. Get tall through the crown of the head. Maybe bring your hands to heart center. What is one thing you can be grateful for today? And calling it to mind. Thank you for joining in with me or even just watching the video. It is great to get some movement in, so I'm glad I can share my practice with you. Please, if you have any comments or feedback, I would love to hear from them. I pray that the rest of your day is filled with joy and that you may always be blessed. Namaste. Excellent. Thanks so much.